Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy Locomotion, back from a little break, and I'm here to do a mid-season kind of tier list. We've seen half the season, so we have a pretty good understanding of what these teams are and what they aren't at this point. The first time we did this during the preseason, we had a category called "Need More Information." That was done in August, and I got rid of that tier because we have a good amount of information to know kinda where these teams are headed. One caveat I would like to, present is that in the top row here, Super Bowl favorites, um, there's only gonna be 2 teams here, one representing the NFC and one representing the AFC. So there's only gonna be 2 teams in this category, and the rest are gonna be contenders who could definitely get there, but not exactly the favorites. So without further ado, let's just get started. First, we're gonna roll with the New Orleans Saints. I mean, their season's over. I mean, it's so bad over there that they've even started to start Taysom Hill running Wildcat over and over and over just to get some juice, not just in the red zone, just in general. They have some talent over there. I didn't think Spencer Rattler was playing that poorly, but it wasn't leading the wins. I like Olave. I like Shaheed. I love Kamara. Taysom Hill is really fun to watch, but maybe it's the coaching, Dennis Allen. I don't know. Something is not clicking over in New Orleans. They have a very lovable but old defense. Yeah, they're a mess. I mean, obviously, the Miami Dolphins, their season's over. They got a horrible record. The coach has lost the locker room. They're riddled with injuries all over the place. They fired their GM. It is just a complete shit show over there. Excuse my language. Now, Baltimore Ravens, this is a difficult one. I want to put them as in the mix. We're not going to call them a playoff team yet. They have a pretty poor record still. But if they could sweep the division, they could win their division. Though I think the Steelers' defense is finally starting to show up. That could make them a tough out. Even though the Steelers aren't explosive like the Ravens are, if they could keep it low scoring, it's going to be tough. They have a uphill, they got to go uphill. It's going to be a rough road to climb. So next, Cincinnati Bengals season is obviously over. And their season is not over because Joe Burrow got hurt. Joe Flacco is putting up Joe Burrow numbers. He's putting up 30, high 30s, low 40s a game. Joe Burrow can do that, and they're still losing. With that defense, they couldn't catch a cold. They're horrible. So, yeah, the way that team is constructed is not for winning football. You guys already know what I like: a great O line, a defense that stops the run, and then build around that. Build through the trenches. Denver Broncos, they're a playoff team. You're gonna say loco. They're 7-2, tied for the best record in the league. How are they not a Super Bowl contender? I don't believe in Bo Nix. And the way they're winning these games are not convincing. It's a lot of stuff like we saw with the Vikings a few years ago when they put up 14 wins, or the Chiefs last year when they won 11 one-score games. It's not sustainable. They're gonna regress to the mean. They're not winning these games convincingly, and I'm not impressed with Bo Nix. I love Sean Payton. I like I like Courtland Sutton. They have a few pieces over there. I love their defense. They have a great defense, and they do 2 things. They sack your quarterback, and they don't let you sack theirs. So, I'll put them as a playoff team. New York Giants, I hate to say their season is over because I love Jackson Dart. I love Scatterboo. I love the energy they're bringing. They're a really, really fun team to watch. But they're so racked with injuries. Scatterboo's out for the season. Neighbors out for the season. They got O lineman hurt. I mean, it's just terrible. I feel really bad because Jackson Dart is bringing an energy that is like none other in the league. Minnesota Vikings, you know what? We're gonna call them in the mix. I don't wanna say they're a playoff team. I don't trust JJ McCarthy yet. He's had mostly bad games or been hurt, and he's had 1 good quarter and then 1 good game. That's not enough for me to call them a playoff team in that division with the Lions and the Bears, oh my, and the, Packers. LA, obviously, Super Bowl contender. I would almost put them as a Super Bowl favorite if it weren't for one other team in the NFC. But, I mean, come on. If Puka's healthy, Stafford's healthy, Devontae, Sean McVay, what else do you need? Uh, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, this is obviously a Super Bowl contender. Once they get healed, because, Mike Evans is out. I don't know if he's out for the season or not. Chris Godwin's been hurt, as always, every year. Bucky Irving's hurt. The O-line, they've been in and out of rotation all year. They've been super banged up. But Baker's been carrying this team, and if they can actually get healthy for the playoffs, they're gonna make a big splash. They're definitely, gonna be a strong Super Bowl contender. Next, we have the Detroit Lions. So the Detroit Lions are Super Bowl contenders. They're not the favorites because they're a little bit inconsistent. Um, they have my favorite offense to watch. They're a lot of fun. I love the touchdown celebrations. Amon-Ra St. Brown is amazing. Laporta, great. Who else do they got over there? Jameson Williams, for player 2, he probably can pop off 60, 70, 80 yards. Um, they got, who else do they have? They have a lot of dudes. Oh, of course, Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery, Sonic and Knuckles. Jahmyr Gibbs is a beast. So, I like the team a lot, but I don't fully trust them. Next, Chicago Bears, we're gonna say they're in the mix. See, the reason why they're in the mix is because they're in the, NFC North, and that's a very tough division, and so we don't know what to make of them. Next, we have the San Francisco 49ers. I wanna say this is tough because the NFC West is similar to the NFC North. You have 3 playoff teams basically in that division. That's really difficult. So, um, we're gonna have to go with maybe it's so tough. We're gonna put them in the mix. You know, I just don't see them getting by LA and Seattle. I think they're gonna narrowly miss the playoffs. They had a big win earlier this season, but I just think that these injuries are gonna catch up with them eventually. But C-Mac's having a great year, and Mac Jones has been maybe the best, uh, backup quarterback outside of Joe Flacco. He's been fantastic. I mean, 6 and 3 while missing your starting quarterback is very impressive. So, that's them. So, Super Bowl favorite, the defending champions, Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, Howie Roseman, he's already making moves at the trade deadline. I think Howie Roseman believes like I believe, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. Howie Roseman is always looking at how could they improve the team. They're never stagnant. They're willing to walk away from players that don't fit the system and willing to add new players. I think the Eagles have to be the prohibitive favorites. They're strong on defense, strong on offense, great O line. They can stop the run. They can run the ball. Um, they have a great quarterback who never gets rattled ever. AJ Brown's a little bit of a pain in the you know what, but he'll fall in line when he needs to. So they have to be the prohibitive favorites until another NFC team really convincingly shows me that they could go to Philly and beat them. Eh, you know, if any team could, I would say the Rams or the Seahawks, but we'll get to them. Raiders, obviously their season's over. I mean, this Geno Pete Carroll experiment, it's not working. I mean, Brock Bowers is an absolute stud. I mean, super duper star. I mean, like Travis Kelsey, Gronk, um, Kittle, like that level. Trey McBride, he's that guy. Brock Bowers is that guy. So they can build around him. They just need to get a better quarterback. Green Bay, you lost to the Browns and you lost to the Panthers. You lost to the Panthers at home. That puts you in the mix. I'm sorry. I don't trust you. You tied with the Cowboys, who can't play defense. I mean, come on. Like, I don't trust you. Commanders, season's over. They lost their quarterback because, you know, they decided to leave him in when they were down 31 points in the fourth quarter. Yeah, great job, Dan Quinn. And he's already injury prone. Not a great idea. So, pardon me. So next off, we have the Arizona Cardinals. I say this season is about over. Even though I do like Jacoby Brissett, he's playing really, really well for Arizona. Unfortunately, Kyler Murray's probably going to come back. And once they come back, they're going to start stinking. Steelers are definitely a playoff team for sure. Um, they have a very good record. They have a pretty comfortable lead in their division. It's their division to lose at this point. So you have to pencil them in as a playoff team. Pains me to say it because y'all guys know I'm a Patriots fan. The Bills should be the Super Bowl favorite. If they can win the AFC East and if the playoffs go through Highmark Stadium, I think they have what it takes. Though I am concerned with them running the ball. I mean, their run defense, excuse me. I don't think they can stop the run very well, but they can run the ball themselves very well with James Cook. They got two great tight ends in Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox. Um, Josh Allen does Josh Allen things. He's never bad on the biggest stage. It's always his defense that lets him down. It's they got Joey Bosa. They don't have the best pass rush, but it's serviceable. Um, I just think this is a year that Josh Allen can get over the hump. Not that this win against Kansas City uh, means that they're going to beat Kansas City in the playoffs, but you know, uh, I think it's their year to get there. Atlanta Falcons, I mean, this season is their season over or in the mix? Um, this one's tough. Let's ugh, I love Drake London and Bijan. They're great. F it. You know what? We're just gonna put them in the mix. I mean, when I say in the mix, I don't think these teams are making the playoffs, but it's possible. I just don't want to call their season over yet. I think they were onto something with Penix and Drake London. I think now that they're healthy, I think maybe they could turn it around. I don't love their coaching, but I wouldn't definitively say their season is over, over, over. All right. Seattle Seahawks. Oh, yeah, that's a Super Bowl contender. I mean, Jackson Smith and Jigba is the best wide receiver in the NFL this year. I mean, he's dominating. He's an absolute beast. Sam Darnold is playing like an MVP quarterback again, second year in a row. Do I trust them in the playoffs? I don't fully trust Sam Darnold, but I like Mike. What's his name? I think is Matt McDonald. I don't remember. I'm sorry, I don't remember the head coach's name. I think he's a good head coach. Um, I like what they're doing in Seattle. I think their run game's good. The defense is good. I mean, they're undefeated on the road. That's impressive. New England Patriots. This is a playoff team. Um, it's my team. I'm a Patriots fan. I'll be upfront about that. The run game is meh. They cannot put any pressure on opposing quarterbacks. They have a very weak pass rush. Um, the wide receivers are playing adequately. Drake May is still young and developing, and he's going to do young, dumb things from time to time. He's playing very well. Um, I don't think they're going to make it to the Super Bowl this year. I think soon, within the next 5 years. I just think we need a few more pieces, and we'll be all right. But we're way ahead of schedule. We're going to get double-digit wins. Yeah. So I think Patriots are a 100% playoff team, and we should be very happy with that. We might even win a playoff game, and I'd be happy with that. If they win a playoff game, I'll consider that extremely successful season from a 4-win season last year. Cleveland Browns, I mean, come on, the Browns is the Browns. Do I really even need to comment on that situation? The Texans, uh, I'll say they're in the mix. I love, 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 love their defense. That's a fantastic defense there. So, CJ Stroud can get right. I think they can do okay. KC, uh, by default, I have to put them as I want to say Super Bowl. I don't know. Here's the thing with KC. They're either going to make it to the AFC Championship or not make the playoffs at all. The reason why is all the BS that happened last year in those one-score games, all that luck has gone on to Denver. Denver is getting those, missed field goals, you know, just crazy, insane luck that's like happening for them. I put them with as a playoff team. Dallas, that season's over. I mean, this is a historically bad defense. No. Chargers, put them as a playoff team. Um, they have to get healthy. You got to get Omari and Hampton back. My problem with the Chargers is one, the Chargers charger, and we all know what that means. And the other thing is, they are. This is like an old Bills team. They are very Justin Herbert reliant, and Justin Herbert is an amazing talent, but that's not a formula for December and January. Is to have your quarterback just slinging it 40, 50 times a game. You got to play Jim Harbaugh football. You gotta run the ball and run it effectively to set up play action, and then go from there. I don't like this Justin Herbert being Superman stuff. I just don't think it's sustainable, because what if he has a poor game? What do you have to lean on if Justin Herbert has a bad game? And you're gonna play only good teams in the playoffs. Jets, that season's over. I mean, the Jets are the Jets. Carolina Panthers, they're in the mix. Listen, Rico Dowdle's having a hell of a season. Their defense is playing well. Um, the and Bryce Young's having a nice little season. Do I think they're gonna make the playoffs? No, I don't. But, you know, they're having a nice little season. What are they, like, 500 right now? I think this is an improvement. So, yeah, I like it. Tennessee Titans, this season's over. Cam Ward is in a terrible situation. I mean, it's not much to say about that. Indianapolis Colts, Super Bowl contender. Um, they have a formula for winning. They run the ball extremely well. Their quarterback game manages well. They have a decent defense. They have good wide receivers, a great tight end. So, yeah, I mean, there's no reason why they couldn't go to the Super Bowl. Do I worry about Daniel Jones being on Pumpkin Watch in playoffs? Yeah, yeah, he is on Pumpkin Watch along with Sam Darnold. But I think the Seahawks and Colts are just as good as each other. Um, and finally, the Jags. Uh, the Jags are a weird one, guys. Trevor Lawrence makes bonehead decisions. He's got physical talent, I guess, but his mental is just not that great. Just put them in the mix. So these are my kind of report card throughout, the first half of the season, my little tier list. I wonder what you guys are thinking. What would you change here? What do you think of my prohibitive favorites for each conference? And what would you change? I'm curious to know. So definitely like, share, subscribe with your friends, family, whomever, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.